When I found out that your first job in LA was working at a casting agency, it struck me at the time, like, that idea is so simple, it's brilliant, and no one's thought of it.
Right.
Like, you get to see behind the curtain of what it looks like.
Yes.
Like, what works and what doesn't. I mean, was that a plan, or was that?
It was some good advice. I had asked a friend of my parents who I knew produced films.
Right.
And she said, working casting. She was saying it as a way to say, and then you'll never ever want to do this.
Then you'll know how gross it is. Yeah.
So I went and I worked for this incredible casting director named Mally Finn, and I was the person with the clipboard who would sit behind the camera in the auditions and take notes for her, and then she would lean back after every person left and tell me yay or nay and why. I mean, that's a masterclass.
Yeah.
So she did make it clear the realities of what I was walking into. The director, for them, it's all going to be, first and foremost, at your age, I was 18, about sex. That's what they're thinking of. And then you have to offer something more. And I thought, like, what? This is terrible. What do you mean? And she's like this smart woman, this feminist, and she was just very blunt about what the majority of directors would expect from me. She was also dealing with a East Coast boarding school graduate who showed up to work wearing a lot of like brown corduroy suits.
Really?
And I think she was like trying to help me out. I remember one audition, I was heading up to the audition and I was wearing it's so funny that I remember this, a turtleneck, like a wool turtleneck in Los Angeles in the summer. And I was like heading out and she said, whoa, that's what you're wearing to the audition? And I was like, oh, having not thought about it. And I was like, yeah. And she said, no, you need to go change and find something. You just wear something that shows a little bit of your skin. And I was like, Mally, what are you saying? I had seen her send girls home from auditions for wearing revealing outfits.
Right.
And she would say, who are you trying to impress? And I'd seen those interactions. So I would be shocked that she was telling me to change. But she saw this girl who was just from such another planet wearing a wool turtleneck to an audition, and she was like, get real. This is Hollywood, honey. You gotta show them that you have skin, that you're, and I wrestled with it. I was so kind of confused by it. And I thought, okay, I get it. We have to play the game. And it, I think, took me 10 years to truly understand.